Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the channel Giorgio Isaila. He's now 2-0 and he's back out fighting next Saturday against Lucky Beniwal, who's 7-2, and it's over 4 rounds. And yes, pleasure to get you back on. I think I had you on December last year.
That was just after my first fight, my debut, I think it was.
Yeah,
It's
so
been
I interviewed you before that fight and then after. So yeah, and you fought Arrow Smith, didn't you, in
yeah.
March? Talk about that fight just
That was,
briefly.
that was a good fight. I felt better. I felt more confident to be in the ring. I felt sharper. It was a good show. Obviously, being Boxmania and a lot of people in there had a brilliant support as I had in my first one. And nah, man, just fun. I love it. It's a good journey.
Yeah, exactly that. I think, do you feel like you felt more relaxed in there, sitting down on your punches, not rushing it like you did in your last fight? Because in your first fight, you said you rushed it a bit.
Yeah, I rushed in a bit. It's just because of the lack of the experience being a pro. Obviously, my debut.
But this time, you sat down on your shots quite nicely.
Yeah, do after the debut, I had a seat with my coach, with Anton, and we were talking about what we need to do, what we need to change. We need to, sit more on the shots, get that pro style better, and that's what we've all been doing really for that camp, for the fight. So it just paid off. I could see myself being more relaxed, sitting on my shots, moving better, picking my punches better, my combos. So. And it's just for my first to the second one, it's been big improvements, and now I can't wait to show the other improvements from the second to the third one coming up now, because there is a lot of improvements, and I can feel it every time I spar. It's just so good.
So yeah, I mean, you just improve in every fight, and of course, yeah, that fight you improved on your last one, and and we will, and I can imagine you're getting better in this one as well. Yeah, and moving on to June the 1st. How I can imagine your camps coming to coming to an end now.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about how did camp go? Everything go
After
okay?
camp, I think that was the best camp I had since, I mean, probably the best ever so far. I done I done a lot of good quality sparring, a lot of conditioning that was unreal. My runs always on points, the morning runs, the evening runs, sprints. I literally done everything, even extra. So there is nothing to how can I say, to be left behind. I done everything, completed. So it was unreal, really good camp. So I'm looking forward to see how this camp played off for the fight.
Yeah, and just to touch on camp, yeah, how was like sparring, and if you can name some of the people that you sparred this camp?
Uh, don't really want to give much names. I've been sparring with Sean Noakes and Denis Denikaev and others people as well. But yeah, it's just many people there sparring. And obviously I've been sparring with my teammates as well. I had some good rounds with Ibs Merkan, giving me some heavy rounds, as he's a cruiserweight. So he's just been,
You fight them all, wouldn't you, mate? I mean, fighting
anyone.
sparring a cruiserweight.
Anyone. I just wanna, I just like to fight really. So whenever it's sparring day, it's my day. You know, I can't miss. So yeah, it's been good. Been good rounds. Been doing like, I don't know, up to 10 rounds a session. Sometimes more, sometimes less. So my fitness level is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Dennis, I mean, former English champion, former Southern Area champion, and of course, Sean Noakes, big up and coming prospect, yeah, who signed with Queensbury as well. So
Yeah. So I had some decent sparring. Yeah.
yeah,
A
yeah,
lot.
exactly that. Yeah, on BoxRec, it says your opponent's called Lucky Beniwal, who's 7-2 from India. Is that your opponent still?
Yeah, yep, that's my one. That's my opponent. Yeah.
So you wanted a bit of a step up. Do you feel like, you've had
Yeah,
those
I feel
two
like I
fights
need
to
to step
learn,
up.
you've had those two fights to, sort of get your your rhythm into the sport, and now you know you wanted that. Did you in your third? Were you targeting a sort of step up sort of opponent, like a winning record?
Yeah. Obviously, I need that because at the end of the day, I'm here to improve myself, to have a challenge, which is gonna get me ready for the titles. So any challenge is more than welcome. Like I'm not here to avoid challenges. You know, like I want a challenge, so I'm happy to have this challenge and yeah, test myself.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And that's what, you know, there's no point, no offense to the journeyman, they are the backbone of the sport, as
Yeah,
me
of course.
and you.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm not saying nothing bad, but you know what? Sometimes with the gentlemen,
This
it can
is
be
the
sort
this
of, easy nights really, and
this is a fight that will benefit you. And you
yeah,
know, some people pad their records up to 10-0 and then they come on stuck. But with you, you know, you've took 2 fights and yeah, you're in a good fight here, which should be a good one for the fans. What
yeah.
do you know about him? Because I tried to search him up on YouTube about him earlier and I couldn't find anything about him. Do you know anything about him, or is it just another man who's in your way?
Another man who's on my way. Yeah, as you said. Yeah. No, I didn't really either. I couldn't be bothered to look into it really. I'm just, I'm all I need to do is do my camp proper. You know, like don't skip no sessions, don't, and that's it. And that's gonna get me ready for anyone, you know. So I'm not really stressed about or about. I'm just gonna go there, you
Is
know.
it hard, you know, preparing for an opponent that you don't really, you know, you haven't seen anything of him? Or do you know, you just think
Um,
you stick to your basics and you train your hardest and that beats any person?
I don't know if it's hard to prepare because really I'm prepared for a boxing match, for fights, right? I'm prepared for anything, for counter shots, for a guy who is moving a lot, the guy who is coming forward. I'm preparing for everything, so I'm just gonna adapt. Really, my style is very very wild, so I can adapt to anything on the night. So I don't know. As an amateur, I used to always train hard, go fight wherever it is, tall, short, tough. Like, and I like to keep it like that for now. Obviously, when I'm gonna step on a bigger fights like title shots and all this, that would be the time when I might study my opponents. But for now, all I want to do is just train hard and go fight.
Yeah. What weight's this fight at? Super welter.
Super welterweight, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, of course he's got the 3 knockouts. Do you feel like, you know, as this opponent's going to be quite lively and he's going to come and have a tear up with you, do you feel like that's going to bring the best out of you?
I like to come for a scrap. I like to have the little test. But no, the knockouts on his record is not really surprising me. Like I know I can take some good shots. Obviously, I will look forward to my defense so I don't get hits. But if I have to get hits, I can take it. You know, I've been sparring with cruiserweights. They hit me. Like they don't have mercy. I don't know if you can see now, but I have a black nose from last night.
Who
Didn't
was you
even bother
sparring
me.
last night?
I've been sparring with Ibs last night. I've done 9 rounds with him, and we had a war. Like a proper war. Like we
Standing
was.
trade sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm all good. I can take punches. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, you know, some of these fighters from over sort of seas, you know, they get a bit wild at times. Do you feel like you've got to be sort of patient and don't get you know, you've got to be sort of do you feel like you've got to be more relaxed in their sort of
Yeah,
thing?
you need to be relaxed. Like you can go there and just gas out. Like you have to be relaxed all the time. If you happen to go for a scrap, you go for. But most of the time, you need to be relaxed. Like the more the calm guy, that's the one who's gonna win.
Mm.
Stay relaxed, calm, talk, and be smart. You don't want to go there and just jump with big shots and wilds and swing. And it's not good. It's not good for the fans either. They don't want to just go see some random guys just trying to swing big shots. You have to be relaxed, composed. You know.
Mm. Um, yeah, of course, your opponent's name's Lucky. Do you think that's going to be a bit unlucky for him
He's gonna be unlucky.
come fight night?
He's gonna be unlucky, yeah. gonna change his name, so unlucky.
Yeah. Are you predicting a knockout win for this weekend, or the usual saying, you know?
I predict a knockout. Yeah.
So we can expect a knockout from you this weekend, mate.
Yeah, I'd say 99.9% it's gonna be a knockout. Now
Good man.
we just need to find out what round. But I'm really confident. If it not happen, if it doesn't happen,
The main
well,
thing's the win.
lucky. But the main thing is the win. Yeah, of course. I'm not trying to go there and focus on the knockout. But from what I saw during the camp, on sparrings, on all the strength and conditioning, I can feel my power is here. From here, it went all the way here, like very big improvements. So that
You're feeling
confidence.
stronger each camp, you know, as you go through these fights. Do you feel you're getting stronger?
Yeah. I feel each camp is, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Of course, as I get more experienced, learn how to sit more on my shots and all this. Obviously, that's a pro as well. But I feel strong, like very strong, like unbelievable strong for my weight class, especially. And I'm a small guy in this weight class, so I feel really strong.
Yeah. What can the fans expect from you? You know, come fight night.
Well, they can expect a good night of boxing, obviously.
It's a good card, isn't it? Like you've got quite a few decent fights on there, of course, including your fight. Do you know, for fans who are coming to support you, because I know you bring quite a big crowd with you. Yeah, what time you'll roughly be on, or you let everyone know fight week?
Usually they do the times in the fight week, isn't it? But I'm expecting to be, I don't know, maybe fight number 5, which is probably about 6, 7 p.m. But yeah, it's gonna be a good card, like
How
obviously
many fights are on it?
if I'm not wrong, I think they're 8.
Oh.
And yeah, my teammate is fighting as well, Ibs Mekan, on the same show with me. So, it's a good show to be both us on the same show. And yeah, man, fans, they're gonna expect a good night of boxing. Good vibe, good energy. Then I want to obviously, see everyone after as well. So we're gonna spend hours around the ring, just taking pictures, saying hi, things like that, having a chat. Good vibes. That's why, because I can bring all my supporters together, having a good community. Like last time, everyone was coming down together. Meet each one, like some good friendship in there between them. So it's a good way of bringing people together, making new friends, new relationships, have some smiles in there. It's all of this is all about that. Making people happy at the same time they support you. You know, so yeah.
And yeah, before well, have you got a sort of message to your fans who are coming to support you?
Have fun. That's all I can say. Have fun, enjoy your night,
And make lots of noise.
and make a lot of noise. Yeah, and then come see me after.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as always, Giorgio, before I let you go, do you want to thank, whether I see you've got some sponsors on your shirt there, or anybody?
My t-shirt, my final t-shirts. All my sponsors there. Obviously, I want to thank the sponsor. I always thank them. Obviously, they take a good part of my journey. They help me with a lot of things, which will be hard to do it without them. So obviously, I take all my sponsors, who are the iconic barbers, Joel and Son Fabric, Half Avenue. Obviously, my gym. That's myself, Health and Glory, Healthy Mind. Sorry. Then DWD group. They always take a good part of my journey, and obviously the fans. Just want to thank everyone, really.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as always, mate. Good luck from me. Thank you for your time, and yes, go and get that.
As well. It's always fun to chat with you.
Yes. Go and get that. Go and get that win, mate, and yeah, 3-0 incoming.
Yeah, coming up soon.
Good
That's
luck,
it.
mate.
Cheers. Thank you, Sam.